Brazilian environment worker shot dead in Amazon.
Here's a summary of the article.
Police in Brazil are investigating the murder of an official who had worked to protect indigenous people from farmers and loggers attempting to seize land. The killing comes amid international outrage over the rate of destruction of the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. The union, which represents staff at Brazil's Indigenous Protection Agency, FUNAI, said Mr. Santos had been shot twice in the head as he drove his motorcycle down a busy street. The union called on the Brazilian government to demonstrate Brazil no longer condones violence against those who engage, under the rule of law, in the protection and promotion of indigenous rights. According to the environmental watchdog Global Witness, Brazil was the deadliest country in 2017, with a record 57 such activists killed, of 201 deaths worldwide. Brazil was eclipsed last year by the Philippines, where 30 activists were killed, of 164 worldwide, Global Witness said. Hundreds of government environment workers in Brazil last month signed an open letter warning that their work had been hampered by President Bolsonaro.
This post received a score of 25,697, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This man was a sheepdog, protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. For that, he paid the ultimate price. How shameful.
Has the Brazilian public displayed contempt and anger over this? Or are these scenarios commonplace? No reaction, and these are really common, unfortunately. Search for Chico Mendes and Dorothy Stang, the most famous among the innumerous environment-related murders. Not much have changed since then, despite resistance from the political left.
Here's a link to a documentary about Chico and his work. Edit: to clarify, deforestation has been a problem there for quite a long time. This documentary was filmed in 1989, a year after Chico was murdered.
Thanks, Hydron. It's crazy to murder someone who wants to protect something so vital to creatures and important to many human beings. What is the mindset?
I'd say it's even crazier when you notice this was a public official and not some voluntary worker. It'll be interesting to see how the political balance will respond to this, because subverting the state goes against every faction interests, including the powerful agriculture lobby.
By not changing in the slightest. Killing a low-level official with no connections isn't subverting the state, it's teaching other low-level officials with no connections that the state's law doesn't apply in some places, namely the border between my land and the land I want to be mine. This is normal in Brazil, unfortunately. It happens all the time. The only reason why this made the news is because the Amazon is currently more newsworthy than normal.
Greater than the only reason why this made the news is because the Amazon is currently more newsworthy than normal. Yeah, although the guy had to have good connections to be worthy of international coverage, but what you say makes more sense.
Yep, Amazon is a pretty hot topic at the moment.
Catching like wildfire, some might say.
Got you all fired up, didn't it?
Meanwhile, in the Philippines, a forest ranger was killed by illegal loggers.
Hot damn, these fuckers are going to be the death of this world.
Unfortunately, this is nothing new. Brazil is one of the countries with the highest rate of environmental activists, workers' homicide. I don't know if we can tie this case to the current administration. It'd be better to look at the overall statistics.
One of the countries with the highest rate of homicide.
One of countries with the highest rate of genocide. Source please. Burning the rainforest is an act of violence and genocide to the remaining tribes. This is not unlike the American government destroying the Indians' food source of bison.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.